What is going on, guys? I'm going to do a little bit of a different style video today that you may notice is in my playlist called Coach's Corner. Now, I started this after I did my Becoming a Certified Health Coach video, talking all about my progress, my studying, my tips, my advice for the ACE Certified Health Coach exam. And it's something that I've been wanting to get started on for a while, kind of get away from the vlogging, kind of get away from the style stuff, and really get a little bit more professional, since this is what I do as an adult. So, like I said before, in a lot of different videos, and where I'm going to go as far as the overall point and theme of this playlist is I'm a health coach. I'm one part personal trainer, I'm one part exercise physiologist, I'm a lot of different things. I wear a lot of different hats at the job that I do. A big part of that now is just overall lifestyle modification, healthy behavior modification, in ways that we can get our clients, our patients to adopt better eating habits, get moving, and change their overall mentality and outlook as to why they need to do these things that we're telling them to do. Now, a lot of questions that I get asked in regards to specifically this profession is, do I need to go to school for it? Do I need to get a certification for it? How long do I need to be in the field in order if I can get a job? What are the best internships? Yada, yada, yada. Now, this video is gonna be all about my personal ideas as far as what you need to do for experience, what you need to do for education, and what you need to do for certifications. I'm gonna start at the top and work my way down in order of importance that I think will best suit the majority of people and what I would personally look for if I was a client looking for a coach, a trainer, whatever you want to call yourself. We're gonna get started with experience. Experience, I think, is hands down the most beneficial learning process for anyone regardless of your profession. Now, it's kind of a catch-22 because most careers, most companies, most hirers will not bring you on board without sufficient experience. Well, how am I gonna get experience if you won't hire me? Potato, potato, potato. In the sense that it's hard to get your foot in the door a lot of places, it's kind of the downfall of the experience aspect. But how I think experience will best suit you is that it is always a learning experience. Yes, Chase, I know you're not supposed to use the word when you define a word, but whatever. Learning process in real world experience is going to be your best friend, because no matter what, you're always going to be learning and perfecting your craft. I don't care how smart or educated or how many certifications you may have. Until you meet every single possible client, every single possible type of person, you are always going to need to be learning how to better hone in your coaching skills and how to better apply yourself to your target demographic. Now, experience is something that you can get in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it may not always come with a paycheck, but sometimes those are the best types of experiences, because like in an internship, you're gonna learn what you don't like to do, which is sometimes more important, and what you do like to do. Also is gonna give you a lot of time and a lot of different ways to learn from different mentors, different bosses, different supervisors, and just kind of play the field in an area that you think you want to get into, and then kind of just filter down into the one particular, or maybe two or three different particular areas in which you want to thrive. Up next, I'm gonna go with education. Education is something that I hold personally more value over certifications, in the sense that it shows you have committed your life, your personal life, your professional life, to something for at least, odds are, about 4 years. If you're gonna be going in for a bachelor's degree in something like exercise science, kinesiology, health and human performance, exercise physiology, anything in the exercise, fitness, wellness world, you're going to have multiple years. Now, yes, I know odds are the first year is going to be a lot of, just gen ed stuff, crap that your university or college makes you take. But after that, you really get to get into the nitty-gritty of fitness, of exercise, of nutrition, of health psychology. And so you learn a lot of different areas over a long period of time. And then as you progress through those years, they get a little bit more specific, a little bit more difficult, and a little bit more of you fine-tuning your craft and your interest. So therefore, once you walk across that stage of just shelling out tens of thousands of dollars most likely to your institution of choice. They're gonna give you a really nice fancy piece of paper that you get to hang up on a wall, and it is automatically gonna show your clients, your customers, whoever you're trying to target that, hey, I did that. They're gonna walk in and you're automatically gonna be a little bit more legitimized, because if you're just a Joe Schmo who goes and work out all the time, yeah, okay, they may believe you or want to come to you because you got them muscles, you know what I'm saying? You got them gains. But you know what? Not everybody's into that. Fitness is just another tool that you can later use out of your toolbox to help your client, help your patient. So we got experience and then education. Lastly is gonna be certifications. Now, in my becoming a certified health coach video, I feel like I kind of talked down about the certification aspect, but now having a couple of my own, I really see a little bit more of their value. And I think their overall value is, it just kind of is a little bit of an ego boost. It is another thing that you can use to advertise and sell and market about yourself, saying, hey, not only do I have X amount of years of experience, X amount of degrees, but you know what? I've got these certifications that show I have a special interest and special knowledge base in ways to help apply things better. So I can go get a cardiovascular exercise physiology certification. I can go get a health coach certification. I can get your generic personal trainer certification. There are so many different ways and titles and types of certifications to add on to your resume. And I really think that's the best way to look at certifications, as additional things to make yourself look better, pretty much. But they are costly and they require constant maintenance. Now, the thing with certifications versus education is that certifications, you've got to maintain a certain amount of continuing education credits each year in order to maintain that certification, or you have to go recertify. Now, that all takes money. It takes time. Now, having a couple of my own where I have to constantly be getting continuous education credits, I kind of like, in the sense that it forces me to be seeking out new forms of education, new forms of learning, new and different ways to kind of just keep that certification current. I don't have this problem on my own because I'm constantly seeking things out and just learning new things that are going on in the health and wellness industry. But if you're not the kind of person, unless you want to pay the extra hundreds of dollars to go retest or take another test, it forces you to stay abreast of current situations, current technology, current studies, current training methods and modalities, yada, yada, yada. But it's just a great way to kind of, again, advertise and market yourself as having further credentials. So a lot of you I've talked to have asked me, okay, Chase, is this Health Coach 1 the best? Why did you choose it? I chose the ACE Certified Health Coach exam because it was one that was being promoted and pushed and offered through my company. And so I also really like the sense that ACE Certified Health Coach is the only NCCA accredited, is the only NCCA certified exam for health coaching. There are other ones out there. I think the Institute for Integrative Nutrition is one of the other most popular ones. It's about a 6-month, I think, online course. That one I think is good for people who, maybe if you don't have the background or education in the exercise sciences, health psychology, physiology stuff, to go that route. Excuse me, lunch is revisiting. So I went with the ACE one just because it was my company was promoting, they were paying for it, but also I really like the fact that it is NCCA accredited, and that really means a lot in wherever really you go. To my knowledge, they are the only ones that offer a health coach certification right now besides the integrative nutrition. There are certain other wellness coaching certifications you can get that will get your foot in the door in other industries. So that's pretty much it. I get, like I said, a lot of feedback, a lot of questions about, okay, how do I get my foot in the door? What's the best thing to do? Should I get a personal trainer exam? Should I get a degree? Should I just try to gain experience in the gym? In short, my answer to those 3 questions are yes, all the above. But if I have to rank them, I'm gonna go with experience, education, and then certification. And it's also not to say that you need to get them all now in that specific order. Go get your experience and education together. A lot of schools and universities are going to require internships as part of that program core curriculum. So that is a great way to get your foot in the door, to gain some experience, to weed out what you do want to do, what you don't want to do. And then after that, go get some real world experience. You've got the degree, you've got the credentials to get your foot in the door somewhere, Go get your feet wet in the real world, and then once you figure out, okay, I'm gonna stick with this company, I'm gonna stick with this location, or I'm gonna branch off and do my own thing, then you can really look at different certifications to really, again, advertise yourself more, to personify and build upon knowledge bases that you may already have that you want to continue. You pick a specialty and there's a certification for it. It is going to make you more marketable on paper. Your resume is going to get mo longer. All those letters after your name are just going to make you worth more money, and it is also kind of a big confidence booster. It is great knowing that you can walk away from a test, an exam, a degree, saying, I have this piece of paper, I have this governing body that solidifies my knowledge base, so therefore I can walk into anywhere basically and I've got them kind of on my back. So it also kind of makes sure that you have a general underlying style or general underlying knowledge base. It's not just a lot of different things you pull together. If you go take a test from ACE, if you go take a test from NASM, if you go take a test from ACSM, they all have standardizations, they all have general rules and guidelines that are really well known in the industry. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, I think experience trumps everything, but it's kind of a catch-22 because no one's gonna hire you if you don't have an education or sometimes certifications. So go get your learn on, go get your experience, and then go find a niche area that you want to expand upon in your certification. All right, I hope that helps. I hope you guys enjoy this different style of video. I'm going to expand upon. I have a lot of different ideas for reaching other people in the industry like myself that are health coaches, personal trainers, people in the health and wellness industry. So expect a lot more from this playlist. I also want to open this up to any questions, comments that you guys may have in regard to coaching if you're on the client side or the coach side. What are things that I'm doing? What are people that I'm looking at? Because I really think in this industry, knowledge is power, and it's not something that anybody should really be holding to themselves. So I love learning, I love sharing what I'm learning, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say in regards to maybe what you know that I don't, and hopefully answer some questions and help you out along the way. So if you have any insight into education, experience, or certifications, feel free to drop them down below. If not, stay tuned for what comes next. All right, thanks guys.